Hello dear friends, welcome to your weekly horoscope for the week of the 12th of August through the 11th. We have many interesting astrology things to discuss, including a full moon and also a very positive conjunction between the Sun and Venus, which is happening only one time during this year. Also, we have Mars ingressing into Virgo and some other interesting aspects, so make sure to watch the whole video to prepare for next week. The other great news I have for you guys is that the enrollment for MarStars Astrology Academy is now open. You can check the link below the video if you're interested in an in-depth professional training in astrology. That's the place for you. The other also great news I have for you is that on the 11th of August, Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, I'm having a free class about astrology. People who would like to learn which are the benefits, which are the main principles, what's generally the path of the astrologer or the student or the person interested in those things. Make sure to join us. You can ask questions. I will present more information about MarStars Astrology Academy and we'll have some time to connect. Alright, so now let's dive into our weekly horoscope as usual, day by day, starting with Monday, the 12th of August. No major aspect, only the transit moon, which is in Capricorn and will make conjunctions with Saturn and Pluto. So Monday, a great time for hard work. Something which requires more patience, more logical approach, more detailed approach, and also to be really accurate and really specific. Generally, the moon in Capricorn supports us in all of those activities, business projects or any other activity which requires hard work and patience. But when the moon also joins Saturn there, the ruler of Capricorn, the energy is much stronger and actually we may achieve stable, long-lasting results, but only through hard work. If we are kind of hoping, that things will happen on their own, that we don't really have to work too hard, we might be surprised because this combination may also bring some kind of barriers or some kind of struggles or something that we need to adapt to. So prepare for possible challenges, but remember, Saturn is the planet of justice. So if you really deserve to, succeed in something, to gain some kind of result or, to see that there is a meaning out of your efforts, then make sure that, you're really working consistently for that. The other conjunction, the moon with Pluto, this aspect can bring more intense emotions, more passion, at the same time more focus on something. Pluto is the planet which can bring incredible focus, which sometimes turns into an obsession. That's how passionate we might be about something. On the challenging side, this aspect may bring possible confrontations, some kind of power struggles or possible manipulations as well. So with Pluto, things are not always obvious and there might be, secret things beyond the surface that you're not completely aware of. So just be careful and use this passion for something constructive to do something meaningful. On Tuesday, we have the transit moon in Aquarius, which is a big shift. So we may notice that there is more variety around us, that things are more exciting, more interesting, that we enjoy more to socialize with other people, to communicate, to share, to, just go out, maybe also do something outside of the box, not necessarily to follow, every single familiar step, but instead try something new, something more original. For creativity, of course, this is a great position, and generally for communication and connection with other people. Now, what's interesting also is that while the moon is in Aquarius on Tuesday, it will make an opposition with Mercury. Mercury, being the planet of communication and connection with other people, may actually activate this topic even more. And the fact that we have an opposition doesn't necessarily mean that, this will be something bad. Yes, there might be kind of, too much communication, or spending too much time explaining yourself. Maybe that's the challenging side, but overall the communication, the opportunity to communicate is there. The opportunity to share your thoughts, your ideas. And keep in mind that this opposition is between the signs Aquarius and Leo. And overall, during the whole week, those signs are very, very active. Those are the signs where we are about to have the full moon on Thursday. Also, the conjunction between the Sun and Venus is in Leo. So overall, this topic, Leo Aquarius, meaning how I present myself in front of other people, or balancing what my heart desires and what my mind tells me. All of those things will be quite significant and important during the whole week. But anyway, back to Tuesday. We may communicate a lot with other people. Not all of this will be, extremely constructive, bringing results. You may find that there is a lot of, waste of time or energy, but it may still be exciting and, mentally provoking. The other interesting aspect on Tuesday, the moon squaring Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius. So some kind of surprises, something unexpected, something which we cannot plan, something that we need to adapt ourselves to. There might be some stress, definitely. People usually are more restless, impatient, willing to achieve something really fast. So prepare for those type of, options. And remember, this aspect also supports the new things, the experiments, the original approach, and generally, a new way of thinking. Because actually, we have a town square on Tuesday. The moon in Aquarius in opposition with Mercury, and both squaring Uranus. Even though Mercury-Uranus is not exact yet, it will be exact on a Friday. But anyway, we still feel this energy, growing and kind of, flowing around us. So who knows, we might achieve interesting stuff on Tuesday. And then we are having Wednesday, the 14th of August. I would say the most interesting day of the whole week. Of course, the conjunction between the Sun and Venus in Leo. The most interesting aspect, something which happens only once this year, and usually most of the years it's only one time. Okay, so what to expect out of this aspect? Intense emotions, something exciting, something related to pleasures, to things we enjoy, to art, love, passion. Don't forget that the Sun in Leo is very powerful. Basically, that's the ruler of Leo. So the Sun dominates this conjunction. Venus, on the other hand, can bring, desire to enjoy things, for pleasures, for beauty. And the Sun brings intense energy, Even though Venus is invisible at this point, it's still, very powerful, very intense on an emotional level. Who are the luckiest signs? Of course, the fire signs, especially Leo, but also Sagittarius and Aries. And I have prepared here in this table Basically, with just a couple of words, we are gonna share how each of the signs can be affected specifically by this transit, so that you can be prepared and you know actually what can bring real joy to you, where you may really feel more relaxed, like there can be more entertainment, more joy. And as usual, we are starting with Aries. And for Aries, the Sun and Venus are in 5th house. So lots of joy, lots of passion related to love, romance, new dates, or spending time with children, also creativity, art, and everything which brings joy to your heart. Honestly, that's one of the most positive positions, so Aries are extremely lucky. For Taurus, the conjunction will affect 4th house, so very positive time for family stuff, for your home, for communicating, connecting emotionally with family members, relatives, other people you live together with, or just redesigning, changing something about your home, the atmosphere, maybe buying something nice that will make you feel better, something nice for the eye. For Gemini, the Sun-Venus conjunction affects 3rd house, so beautiful time for communication with other people in a very harmonious way, in a very positive emotional way. Also extremely positive for traveling, especially for entertainment, not necessarily for business, but more like, you know, nice trips, going to a place where you may go to some museums, enjoy art or beauty, or just meet with nice people. Why not also education? Maybe not necessarily something, you know, you need to work really hard for, but if you're interested in learning more about beauty, about how you may look more attractive or how you can help others to be more attractive, then this conjunction is great for you, Gemini. For Cancer, Sun-Venus conjunction affects 2nd house, so very positive for financial and material stuff. Don't forget that Venus is the traditional ruler of 2nd house, you know, it's associated with 2nd house. So Venus there, very strong and powerful, bringing you practical, measurable things to enjoy. Something about your resources, something about your income, financial stuff, and so on. Keep in mind that this is not an aspect which will make you rich overnight or over the week, but you may still find some improvement. Maybe somebody can make you a gift, or you can buy something nice for yourself. Or why not also increase your income, but overall things that, you know, you can see, you can measure, you can touch. Then we have Leo. Of course, Leo is the luckiest sign of all because this conjunction is in your own sign, and it can bring you personally great positive emotions, entertainment, things to enjoy, pleasures, you know, also changing something about your appearance, especially for women, a great time, beauty procedures, your hair, your makeup, your dress, your style, great time to focus on that and show your attractiveness. But remember, it always starts from within. So if you really feel beautiful inside, you will present the same way to others, and it doesn't really matter how you look. And of course the opposite is true as well. If internally you don't appreciate yourself, you don't feel beautiful, even, you know, the most expensive beauty procedure won't help you. So start with your inner self, you know, to be attractive, to feel love towards yourself, also expressing self-love, love towards other people. Be the source of love. That's my major message for you, Leo. For Virgo, interesting position. This Sun-Venus conjunction affects 12th house. So things which are not necessarily visible on the outside. It's more about what you feel on the inside, or maybe things which are happening behind the scenes. For some people it could be a secret affair. For other people this might be just great time to relax on their own, reconnect to themselves. For some people it may even be, you know, joy through some spiritual practice or a meditation. Everyone can find their own way, but it's more internal, not necessarily noticed or visible for other people. Then we have Libra, which is ruled by Venus. So obviously for you guys, the conjunction is very powerful and positive, affecting your 11th house, which means a great time to socialize, to spend time with other people, especially with your friends or other like-minded people, like-minded souls. So go out there, connect, share emotions, find something which brings you together, something you all enjoy with your friends, with your community, or other people who share the same values. Then for Scorpio, this conjunction is also very interesting because it affects your 10th house, career house, one of the most important houses. So great time to show something to the world, something that you want to be appreciated, to be acknowledged, to be liked or loved by other people. For business projects, this can be great time for negotiations, for, you know, expressing opinion, presenting something, especially if you're working in the area of art or something creative or fashion, you know, beauty business, anything Venus related. This is a great aspect for you guys. But don't forget that you have to shine. So you need to do something. You need to initiate in order to be noticed, to make impression to other people. And overall, this can be a great time just to enjoy the working process, the business you have, or what you are really spending your time on. Then we have Sagittarius. For you guys, Venus Sun conjunction is also in a very harmonious position in your 9th house. So benefits, positive emotions through traveling or education or a new philosophy, new mindset, new worldview. But especially for traveling, you know, if you travel, again, it's most likely to be for entertainment, for fun. You may have a love affair, or, you know, you may just find love or nice people that you connect to emotionally. But in one way or another, it's just, you know, a great time to explore different things, different unfamiliar things, different philosophy, different places, different cultures, knowledge, whatever inspires you. And remember that the Sun and Venus are trining your sign, Sagittarius. So that's even more positive, and it's a great time to feel loved, also to feel like you want to share love. So yeah, one of the greatest positions. And then we have Capricorn. For Capricorn, Sun-Venus conjunction falls in 11th house. A very positive position for investments, financial benefits, but more likely to come through other people, whether those could be some investors or maybe your partner or other people. But changing, investing, you know, this is the area where you may experience changes, positive changes mostly. Also in terms of energy balance, connecting with other people, even sexuality, this is a great aspect. Even for conceiving, if you are interested, if you would like to have that in your life, this is a great position. Then for Aquarius, this Sun-Venus conjunction affects your 7th house, so wonderful position for relationships, for partnerships, communicating. And don't forget that Venus is ruling 7th house, you know, in the mundane chart. So Venus is at the right place there for you, Aquarius. bringing you even more positives, especially in relationships, partnerships. For some people, this could be time when they can receive a proposal for engagement or marriage, or they can meet a new important person in their life, or they may just enjoy more the communication with their closest friends, with their spouse, or any other important person that you love. And the last sign, Pisces, for you guys, this Sun-Venus conjunction affects 6th house. So benefits, positive emotions at work, at your workplace, improved communication with coworkers, or just enjoying the work process, or maybe being able to relax more there, or to enjoy what you love. And also to harmonize the atmosphere at work, maybe even to harmonize your health, your physical energy, your energy balance as well. So mostly practical things for Pisces. Okay, so that's all about, this aspect that I wanted to share with you. Now let's go back to the other aspects. On Wednesday, except for the Sun-Venus conjunction, we also have Venus quincunx with Pluto, which is a very powerful aspect, bringing more passion, bringing more intensity. Sometimes at first there might be challenges or some kind of power struggles, but eventually we may turn things around and we may deepen our relationships, we may put a lot of passion into what we are doing, and lots of love as well. And the last aspect, square and a half between Mercury and Neptune. This aspect won't allow us to be too mentally focused. We might be more distracted, we might be a little confused, we might forget something. So if you really need to work on something practical, then make sure to check everything, to concentrate, to ask somebody else to check your work, because it's more likely to make a mistake or maybe forget about something, or just to be less interested in those more, rational things. And the moon in Aquarius can bring positive, interesting emotions, or some kind of variety, some kind of excitement. Again, communicating with others, sharing, these are the key themes for the day. The 15th of August is the day when we have the full moon. So basically that's Thursday, full moon in Aquarius and Leo. The moon is in Aquarius, the sun is in Leo, together with Venus, of course. So the full moon is a great time when we can have a culmination of something that we have started previously, something that we have worked hard for. So we may now see the results, of what we have done before. So we are still in the process of growing, of the lunar cycle, when things are growing. After the full moon, the energy slowly decreases, until we get to the next new moon. But this is the culmination of the energy. So time to see results, time when you may also become more aware of something, see things clearly, or have an insight, or receive important information. And those particular signs, Aquarius and Leo, these are the signs which rule Leo, our identity, our ego, who we are on our own. And on the other hand, Aquarius, which is the community, the group, the team. So finding the balance here is the most important between what we want personally and what the community needs. On the other hand, also those signs represent the heart and the mind. So this is also one of the most interesting topics, navigating through those two polarities, the heart and the mind. And it doesn't mean that we have to choose one over the other. It means that we have to find the compromise. We have to find, the balance here. Full moon is about balance. It's not about neglecting one polarity and just choosing the other. it's about finding the balance, really. Okay, and what else do we have? Also, full moon is a great time to let go of something which you don't like, you don't need, like for example, a bad habit you might have, or a negative behavior, or sometimes negative relationship, something that you want to leave in the past, something you want to separate with. But here is the most important thing. We are not doing this with negative emotions. So let's say that, for example, you want to quit smoking. So you are not doing it, you know, by hating smoking, and you say, oh, now I will finally get rid of that, and you know, like you are kicking this out of your life. It's not gonna work, because it will be like a boomerang. It will return back with an even stronger power. So what you should do is just relax. So instead of kicking this with the force, just relax and let it go on its own. It's like, I have been to very powerful meditations at full moons, and it's like, you know, you're imagining the space between yourselves expanding, and like through this space everything unnecessary can naturally go away. So we are not throwing it, we are not kicking it, we are letting it go away. And of course we can only let things which we are ready to let go. If you're not ready, it's not gonna work. So always let it go with love, with gratitude. There was a point why these things have been in your life. There was a meaning, there was a lesson for you. So be thankful, be grateful, and if you're ready, it will go away. But this is a great time to make a list actually of something that you want to let go. Okay, and next we have the 16th of August, Friday. Mercury squares Uranus. It is a challenging aspect, really. This aspect may bring unexpected things, unpredictable, some kind of surprises, shocking things, especially when it comes to communicating with other people. For example, they may act weird, or we may not expect their reaction. Sometimes they might be harsh, or we may find that we are more nervous. Uranus and Mercury both rule the nervous system. You know, the different parts of the nervous system, but both related to that. And Uranus is more of the central nervous system, Mercury the peripheral nervous system. But when we have this type of square, we may experience like this electrical tension or pressure. So it's very important to try to relax your mind, maybe through some kind of activity, maybe, you know, a little exercise or a meditation, something else which works for you. But keep in mind that your mind might be more overwhelmed. On the positive side, this same aspect may bring you some extremely original, innovative ideas. They might be shocking, or they might be difficult for others to understand or accept them. But remember that every genius idea, everything which revolutionizes certain area, at first has been strange or even weird for others. So it might be stressful and difficult to navigate, but eventually those can be some very extremely valuable and inspiring, insightful ideas. So prepare for that. The transit moon is in Pisces during Friday. So overall, we may notice that we are dreaming more, we are not so present, that we are kind of far away somewhere else. So not the best position for intense physical work, something which requires, you know, lots of effort. If this is something creative or something more inspiring, then that's great. Also for a meditation, for a spiritual practice, something like that, this position is great. And with that combination, moon in Pisces, opening us to, you know, kind of the invisible world, the spirituality and so on, and Uranus squaring Mercury, you may have unexpected insights in your meditation. So definitely find some time to practice on Friday. The 17th of August, Saturday, we have a minor challenging aspect between Mars and Saturn, square and a half aspect, which can bring some kind of challenges for us, some kind of obstacles. Things may not move so fast, or we may need to work harder on something, or we may have some kind of resistance, maybe not willing to work on something, or just, wanting to relax sometimes. And with the moon in Pisces, it's actually not a bad idea at all to just stop for a while. Don't push yourself too much. Take your own time. Relax, meditate, do something for your soul, something creative. And keep in mind that here, while Mars is making this aspect, it's also in the very last degree in Leo. The last degrees of each sign are considered to be critical, which means that the planet is not as powerful as usual. And it's definitely not time to push yourself. Actually, try the opposite if possible. And on the 18th of August, Sunday, Mars makes an ingression in Virgo. The ingressions of Mars occur once in approximately 2 months. So Mars will be in Virgo for the next approximately 6 to 8 weeks. And this is a time when things change, especially in regards to how we act, what we do, or especially how we are proceeding, how we are approaching new things. With Mars in Virgo, we can become more detail-oriented, more precise, more hardworking, more patient, especially if you need to do something with your hands, something material, something practical. This is a very harmonious position. Mars in Virgo is not a position which supports taking lots of risks, being impatient, rushing too much. This is the fire energy, which is not what Virgo is. Virgo is about being calm, being grounded, being precise, maybe sometimes criticizing more than necessary. Also, perfectionism is something very typical for Virgo. So we may notice that we want to make everything perfect, that we want everything to be the best possible, which sometimes delays things and honestly brings frustration, because let's be honest, on Earth things are not perfect, but we still can improve. We can do things better as long as we are consistent and hard working. And that's not just for Sunday, obviously. This is for the next couple of weeks. So be precise, be hardworking, pay attention to the details, don't rush things too much, and you will be good. We have also another interesting shift on Sunday. Approximately until noon, the moon is in Pisces, so the energy is not so strong, not so powerful and vital, because Pisces is about the inspiration, the emotions, feelings, imagination. So those type of activities are very good for the first few hours. And around 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, the moon ingresses into Aries. So a very significant shift. The new circle is starting, the new cycle is starting from Aries. So more dynamic energy, more desire to do something. Physical energy increases. So for some kind of sports or any physical activity, this is great. And actually, Mars is really the main hero of the day. Mars ingress in Virgo and the moon ingress in Mars sign. So more active energy, more dynamic, great time to do something physical and just be active, feel more energized through working, through doing things. So that's it from me for the upcoming week. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget, MarStars Astrology Academy open doors. So if you really want to learn astrology in depth, you know, from the beginning until the advanced level, definitely check the link below and make sure to sign up. Also watch our webinar on astrology, learning astrology benefits, principles, and many other things. You can join us live, or you can always catch the recording later. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments or send me an email through my website. I will be happy to answer. Thank you again. It was a pleasure as usual, and I'll see you really soon.